Hello students, I hope you are all keeping well in this difficult situation. Today we are going to learn about the topic microorganism, friend and foe. In this topic we are going to learn about the microorganism and four major varieties of microorganisms and where microorganisms live, and also we are going to study about the friendly microorganisms, such as how the microorganisms are used in the preparation of curd and how it is used in the baking industries, how the microorganisms are used in the production of alcohol on large scale, and how the microorganisms are used to prepare antibiotics as well as vaccines. Under the topic microorganism, friend and foe, let's begin the class. So, what is meant by microorganisms? Microorganisms are small, tiny organisms which cannot able to see through naked eye. So, we need microscope to see the microorganism. Microorganisms are small organisms which cannot be able to see through the naked eye. For example, bacteria, virus, protozoa. But we can able to see the fungi with the help of magnifying glass. Example, if you keep the bread for 2 days, if you left over the bread for 2 days, you can find the growth of fungi, bread mold on your bread pieces, which is nothing but fungi, microorganism, which comes under microorganism. Now let's see the four major classification of microorganism. So bacteria, algae, protozoa, fungi are the four major classifications of microorganism. Virus also comes under microorganism, but there is a difference between other microorganisms and virus. Virus reproduce only in the host cell. For example, when the virus infect the bacteria or else a human being or else animal, it starts multiplying rapidly. That is why the virus differs from other organism. The virus will be inactive outside. When it infects the host, it may be plant, it may be animal, or it may be human being, which starts reproducing rapidly. So now let's see where microbes live. Microorganism lives in the bodies of other animal or else which will also live in human beings, in the bodies of human. So microorganism can live even in hot region, even in cold region, and even which lives in desert. Even the microorganism can able to live in waterlogged areas, that is called marshy lands. So it can live everywhere. So now let's see the friendly uses of microorganism. As you know very well, the microorganisms play an important role in our daily life. Some are beneficial to us, some are harmful for us. So today we are going to see the friendly effect of friendly microorganism, which are beneficial for us, which are useful for us. So now let's see, microorganisms are used in the preparation of curd. So in the curd, there will be many microorganisms in which lactobacillus is the bacterium. Lactobacillus is the bacterium which converts the milk into curd. So which helps in the formation of curd. This friendly microorganism, that is Lactobacillus, helps in the formation of curd. So this is a kind of friendly microorganism. Now let's see, as you know, the cakes, bread, pastries are very soft. So how it becomes very soft? Yeast is the microorganism which helps to convert the dough into softer form. So when we are mixing the yeast in the warm water, the yeast will become active and it starts producing carbon dioxide. When we are mixing the yeast containing water in the dough, the carbon dioxide, so during respiration, the yeast, the organism will produce carbon dioxide gas. So in the dough, which gives carbon dioxide gas, so this carbon dioxide will make the dough very fluffy. That is why the dough becomes very soft. So this yeast is mainly used for the preparation of bread, for the preparation of cake and pastries. So this is also comes under friendly microorganism. So now the yeast, which is also used for the conversion of sugar into alcohol, which is nothing but fermentation. So fermentation is the process. Here the yeast is used for the conversion of sugar into alcohol, so which is mainly involved in the production of alcohol. So here, what is meant by fermentation? Fermentation is the process. Here the sugar will be converted into alcohol, and this alcohol is mainly used for the large scale production. So wine, alcohol and even the vinegar will be produced by using this process. So for this process, yeast will be grown in natural sugars present in the grains such as barley, wheat, rice, fruit juices. These things contain sugars. So now when we are growing yeast in it, the sugar will be converted into alcohol. The process is called fermentation. By this process, the large scale production of alcohol will be taken place. This is also comes under the beneficial effects of microorganism. Next, we are going to talk about the soil fertility. So what is meant by soil fertility? The fertility of soil will be increased. So now let's see how the fertility of soil will be increased. As we know very well, the leguminous plants, for example groundnut, peas, pulses, the plants cannot able to directly utilize the nitrogen which is present in the atmosphere. So there is a bacterium called rhizobium which lives in the root nodules of leguminous plants. The rhizobium bacterium absorbs the nitrogen from the environment and it converts the nitrogen into soluble form of nitrogen, which makes the soluble form of nitrogen. And this soluble form, when we are giving water to the plant, this soluble form of nitrogen will be utilized by the plant, so that the soil fertility will also be increased, and the plants, the leguminous plant will also get the nitrogen so that it can able to produce the protein. So that whenever we are eating the leguminous plant, we are also getting the protein, that is component of food. So now let's see. Now we have completed about the soil fertility. Now we are going to discuss about the production of antibiotics and vaccine. So let's see what is meant by antibiotics. Antibiotics are the medicine which helps to kill or the growth of other microorganisms. So antibiotics will be prepared from bacteria and fungi. So for example, streptomycin, tetracycline and erythromycin or the antibiotics which can be prepared from fungi and bacteria. In 1929, Alexander Fleming discovered the antibiotic called penicillin. So he cultured the bacterium in his culture plate. He found the growth of fungi in the culture plate, which kills the growth of other bacteria. So he found that some microorganism has the ability to kill the other microorganism. He used this principle to prepare the antibiotic, so which is administered in our body when we are feeling ill. When we are visiting to the doctor used to prescribe antibiotics for us, but we should not take any antibiotic without the doctor's advice. So if we are taking continuous antibiotics to our body, the immune system will be lost by our body. So whenever you are feeling ill, you should take antibiotic only with the prescription of doctor, prescribed by the doctor. Yeah, now let's see what is meant by vaccine. So as we know, vaccine is also beneficial effect of microorganism because we are preparing vaccine from microorganism. So what is meant by vaccine? So now we are going to learn about vaccine. A vaccine is a substance which is administered to our body for the production of antibodies which stimulate the production of antibodies. So vaccine is a substance which is given to our body which helps to stimulate the production of antibodies so that it will fight against the diseases. So that we can get the immunity against one or more diseases which can be prepared from the causative agent of microorganism. So we are going to prepare the vaccine from the microorganism and we are going to incorporate it, administer it into our body so that our body mechanism will try to fight against the disease and which produce antibodies which will be stored in the body for longer time. So when an infection comes to the body, the antibody starts fighting against the disease. So this is how the vaccine works in our body. So today we have learned about microorganisms, 4 major classifications of microorganisms where microbes live and friendly microbes, as well as we have seen the beneficial effect of microorganisms such as curd, and which is also used in the baking industry for the preparation of cake, and which is also used for the production of alcohol, and which is also used for the production of antibiotics and vaccine. I hope you have all understood about the beneficial effects of microorganisms. Thank you, students.